I just got early access to Robinhood Legend, their new desktop platform that's making big promises to improve the trading experience for more advanced traders. But let's be real, this is still Robinhood we're talking about. It's the same beginner-friendly platform that's always lagged behind, missing features that platforms like TradingView and Thinkorswim have offered for decades. The new features of Robinhood Legend include the ability to customize a trading dashboard, place trades directly on the charts, use multiple charts per layout, and many other exciting features available for Robinhood traders. But you're probably also wondering how these compare to already established platforms. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you a demo of all the new Robinhood Legend features and give you my opinion based on my experience of using nearly every broker and trading platform out there. So when you finally get access to Robinhood Legend, you can go ahead and open up the platform by clicking on the Robinhood Legend icon at the top of your screen. It has a nice opening intro noise, and then your dashboard will appear. If it's your first time opening it, it's going to open like this most likely, which is basically just a blank dashboard that you can customize with any of the features that you want to use. It's actually very easy to build and customize your trading dashboard. All you have to do is navigate to the top right corner up here and click on Add Widget. And you can see there's 6 options for you to choose from at the moment. There's watch list, chart, recent orders, positions, an options chain, and an account summary. So let's just build out a quick one. I'm going to start with the chart, and then we can go ahead and put an options chain. So it's really easy. You can just click and drag, the corners. You can extend them, make them smaller. So once you're done creating a layout, you can name it. So this one we can name chart plus chain, since it's a chart and an options chain. And then you can create as many as you want, which is really nice, and it will automatically save. So if I were to close this and reopen it, all these tabs that I still have would still remain. And so you don't have to manually save or worry about that. So let's just say you're an options trader or whatever. You want to have, a chart and an options chain right here. And then in another one, you can start from scratch again and maybe just put up a watch list. So you can, add a watch list. You can put in your recent orders. Whatever you want to do, you can add multiple watch lists if you want to have, 2 of your watch lists, cryptos, whatever it is. And so you can name this one watch list. And that's pretty much how you create and save chart layouts on Robinhood Legend. I also want to show you guys too, if you start from scratch, how many charts you can have on one layout. Because that's kind of a big thing that, TradingView charges for and Thinkorswim is really good about, is letting you add multiple charts in one layout. So we can go ahead and just keep adding chart widgets. Just going to keep clicking on chart under add widget, and let's see how many it lets us add. I believe it's 6, at least with this monitor size, but let's just see what happens. Okay, it's definitely more than 6, so 8 I believe, yeah. So on this monitor, at least, maybe if you have like an ultra wide monitor, you can add more, but on my specific monitor it's letting me add 8. And you can also have multiple instances of Robinhood Legend open at once. So if you wanted to have, 8 charts on one monitor, you can actually have another tab open with another 8. Or, your options chain and your chart, whatever you want it to be. You can have multiple instances open. So if you want literally like 5 monitors filled with 8 charts each, you could do that, which is really nice. Something else that I really like about Robinhood Legend is the ability to save indicator templates. So we have Tesla open, and let's say you want to add some indicators. So we'll go up to the top right here. It's this indicator button. You can add indicator. You can add whatever you want. I'm going to add the Ichimoku Cloud. So that's one of my go-tos. You can add VWAP. And yeah, here's the list of all the indicators, by the way. But RSI, I'll show you a few of them look. But let's say you like these 3 indicators. So all you have to do if you want to save your indicator template is go back to the indicators button up here and then hover over this. This is the templates icon, this little folder. You click on that, and then you can do save as new template. And this is going to be, you can name whatever you want. This is VWAP, Ichimoku, and RSI. So we'll just name it that. Save it. So now, if you ever want to add this exact indicator set to, any of your charts, you can just simply go up here and click the folder and click on it. So I already have one called Ichimoku 2. Let's switch to that. So this one's just Ichimoku. So you see how quick and easy that was to, pull up your exact indicators that you want to use. If I want to go back to the other one, go back here and click it. And there you go. And that is pretty much how you use, create, and save indicator templates on Robinhood Legend. The next thing I want to cover pretty quickly is the linking feature, which you can find at the top left corner where it says linking group under this box right here. So first of all, I'm going to add a couple charts for this demo. Let's just add 3 for now. So let's say you have 3 charts and you're like day trading or something, but you want to see the same stock on multiple different time frames. You can add them to a linking group. So if you want all these charts to link to the same stock, let's just use green for now. So green has SPXL, and then we'll just use green here, and this one green. So now if you change the ticker on any of these charts, it's going to change for all of them. So let's change it to Tesla. It's going to change it for all of them. So this way you can, if you're a day trader or whatever it is, you want to, scroll through multiple stocks that you're trading and you want to see them on different time frames, or even with different indicator templates, you could do that too. So if you want to see, on like the 1 minute or 5 minute, the VWAP, the cloud, and the RSI, you can have that, indicator set up here. Let's actually switch to that. And then let's just say on this one you want the daily chart and you only want, I guess the Ichimoku cloud. You can set that up right there easily. And then on this bottom one you don't want anything. And then so as you switch through to different stocks that you're trading throughout the day, you can see they all change together and it makes it really easy. So the next thing I want to cover is how to trade directly from the charts on Robinhood Legend. So there's a couple different ways you could do this. The first way is you can right click anywhere and then you can see buy, stop, sell, limit. So if you click below the price, you can do a buy limit and that'll appear with this order placement box. You can also use the buy and sell buttons at the top left of each chart, and it'll default as a limit order. I wish you could change this to default market, but you could easily just switch it as well. And then you can also use the price axis right here to place orders. So if you're, trying to set a buy order, you would have to, click at the price or below the current price to place it. So I'll just go ahead and right click and do buy limit 230.16, buy Apple, and the order is in. And you can actually drag this to change the price at which it's at. And if you want to get filled, you should be able to just drag it up here. And you see, just bought some Apple right there. Super easy. And then let's go over how you can pretty much, set stop losses or simply just get out of the position in general. So first, let's go ahead and try to set a stop loss. So if you hover over it, you can see limit and stop here. So if you want to set a limit, you can just click that and you can set the limit price. But what's really nice too is you can hold and drag and the limit will set wherever you drag it to. So if you do sell Apple, it's going to put the limit up there. You can drag and drop it around to change the price. Really cool. And if you want to set a stop loss, let's kind of zoom out a little bit. You can do the same thing, set the stop loss there. Super easy. You can move it up and down to replace as well. Alternatively, you can just use the sell button at the top left of the chart. Change this to market or whatever you want it to be. You can do a limit, of course, too. I think for the it's after trading hours, so I think I have to do a limit for the 24-hour market. You can change this session here. the 24-hour market, extended hours, or market hours. But let's just see if I can do a market order. I just want to get out of Apple. I just want to sell the share I just bought. No, it's not working. So yeah, since it's not trading hours, I will have to use a limit. And another tip, you can click on the bid and ask price right here to quickly and easily change. So when you're selling, the best price you'll likely get is the bid. So I'll just click on the bid, sell Apple, and there we go. I am out of Apple. Apparently I have a small, tiny fractional amount still there. So your orders or your current positions will appear on the chart as well, which is nice. Just keep in mind, let's get back in actually to show you real quick. I'm just going to buy and share. So your average price is this gray box right here. It's not going to be the green or the red one, which is kind of under it right now, is going to be, the current price. So if it's a green candle, the current price will be green. If it's a red candle, the current price will be red under your average cost. But your cost basis of how much you own the stock at is the gray one, which I was a little bit confused at first. And then there's also, if you wanted to add, if you're actively trading, you could add the, recent orders widget to see all of your recent orders right there. Pretty convenient. Or you can, of course, just stick with the charts. And you can also add positions, account summary. You can customize it however you want, but that's pretty much how you trade from the charts on Robinhood Legend. So the next feature I want to go over with you guys is the options chain. So I'm going to go back to this template I made here called chart plus chain, but we're actually going to get rid of the chart for now just so we can see the full options chain right here. So obviously you type, whatever ticker you want to see at the top here. We can just use Microsoft for now. And once you type in the ticker, you can see, all the expirations available for trading. And if we go ahead and open one up here, you can see there's a few strikes by default, but you can customize everything about this pretty easily. So for one, the thing that I really like about this options chain compared to other platforms like Tasty Trade and Thinkorswim is the ability to just simply drag and drop these metrics around, which I think is really cool. And if you want to customize what is actually shown here, you can't right click, but you go up here to the top right. Let me close this. Go up here to the top right, and you can, set the filters here. So for number of strikes, you can set to all. You can see all the strikes, 6, 12, 24, a custom amount, which is nice. And you can also filter down to which expirations you want to see. So for now, I'm going to move the strikes to 6 just for a sec. And days to expiration, I'll just leave the all since there's not a ton. And also you can click the 3 dots here to customize columns. And so this is all the metrics that you can put on the chain. The bid size, ask size, a lot of different stuff. That's pretty standard. I usually like just to see the delta, volume, open interest. Don't really need gamma, theta, rho, or vega. Just like to keep my chart pretty simple. Yeah, we'll just leave it that for now. We'll put the mark too, why not? Mark and last, usually pretty similar. I'll leave mark. But now we have, just what you want to see right here. You can drag it around however you want. I think this looks good. I'll put the delta first because I use delta a lot for options. But one thing I wanted to show you guys is how it looks when you have all strikes selected. So I'm on a pretty decent computer. It's a gaming computer. And I will say, it's slightly laggy. So is the Thinkorswim chain. The Tasty Trade options chain is actually not very laggy at all. But this one, just on Microsoft, which doesn't even have a ton of strikes to begin with, is not super smooth, but it's still pretty usable. And of course, like any options chain, you can, click the bid to sell to open, click the ask to buy to open. You got the puts on the right, calls on the left, pretty standard. Let me show you. Let's go to SPY, something with a lot of options. And when SPX comes out, that has a ton of strikes as well. So the lag could potentially be a problem if they don't fix it. As you can see, I'm scrolling up and down, and it is not very smooth. However, if you just kind of keep it in one spot, it's not that bad. And I like to have all the strikes open just because it's nice to see all of them. But I guess if you wanted to reduce lag, you can. That's why I had it set to just 12, since it's much smoother when you use it like that. But that's pretty much all you need to know about the new options chain. It's pretty, just normal stuff compared to what, Thinkorswim and Tastytrade have been doing for years now. But it is nice that it's on the Robinhood Legend platform. And it is kind of cool that you can, put a chart next to this. Remember, so you can add the chart widget along right next to the options chain, which is actually kind of unique and a nice feature from Robinhood. One last thing I want to cover before I end this video is how many indicators you can add onto a single chart. Since I know that is something that TradingView charges for, is how many indicators you can put on one chart. So let's test it out. I'm just going to go to the daily here, and let's go to the indicators, add indicator. We're just going to add as much indicators as possible and see what happens. I'm pretty sure you can pretty much add as many as you want, but let's just confirm that theory. There's a lot of different indicators. Money flow index, momentum, Keltner channels, Ichimoku, commodity channel, Bollinger Bands, all the standard stuff. It's definitely nowhere near the capacity of TradingView and Thinkorswim, especially considering you can code your own custom indicators on those platforms. But it's Robinhood. What do you expect? It has all the stuff it doesn't actually have all the stuff I want. I like to use the market profile and volume profile charts a lot, even sometimes the footprint. But for Robinhood, I guess this is acceptable. I'm pretty sure they had most of these indicators initially anyway, but yeah, this is all the indicators they have. As you can see, it's kind of, yeah, you can add probably as many indicators as you want. I'm just going to go into a new layout because that is just way too much at that point. And I'll show you real quick how to customize, SMA lines and stuff like that as well. So let's go back here. Let's add an SMA. And as you know, you can change the length of, SMA lines. And the way to do that, pretty similar to TradingView, is actually kind of copy their design up here at the top left. Once you have it, you just go to settings, and you can change the length and, the color and all the indicator settings up here. So if you want to add, classic 250 SMA, you can do that. You just add 2 SMAs. One's the 200 and the other one's the 50. So you just customize it right there, and you can do this for all indicators. That's how you customize them. And as you can see, you can pretty much add as many indicators as you want to your chart. And that's pretty much going to do it for this video. I hope it was helpful. If you guys learned anything or have any questions about the platform, if you don't have access to it yet, feel free to drop a comment below and I'll get back to you and let you know what I think. Thanks for watching.